Blake Stamper here in Grand Blanc, Michigan. How's everyone doing today? If you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button and welcome. And if you like what you see, hit it twice. You'll have notifications all the time when I've got a new YouTube video going on. So today we're going to do, this is so darling, I love it. This is an accordion wallet. Darling, isn't it? We're going to do one for Christmas, but I wanted to show you using the Peaceful Days, excuse me. And I think it came out darling. So, and I also used the Peaceful Days stamp set, which I thought was really pretty. I really like this dove right there. I thought it was just darling. I think it's a dove, right? Anyway, let's bring the camera down and I'll show you how to make this, okay? All right, so this is an accordion wallet. It looks really simple, doesn't it? And it is. It really and truly is. I'm going to show you with the inside, and it's, oh my God, so cute. Wait until you open this up. You go like this, open, open, accordion. Isn't that darling? And then, of course, you've got the inside here to put notes, okay, or pictures. This is a great one for a picture area, right? And then, of course, you've got an area you can journal and, of course, decorate. Look at this one bird. It's so pretty. And then, of course, I did this side, which is just some, simple little basic white paper to add more journaling. And then, of course, adding some of the Peaceful Days. These are the good days. I really like this. This is really a sweet little stamp set. I think it's what, 18 bucks or something like that. Not expensive. Easy to do. I used the Peaceful Days with the stickers, and it came out so pretty. So it was so pretty that I thought, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's do something for next month. And it ties up so easy too, right? So I wanted to show you how easy this is. And you can pack this and use this for a craft fair, okay? I think it's so pretty if you put it in cellophane and have it already ready to go for somebody. Have one on display, and then, of course, then have it... have one to sell in the cellophane. Maybe you put a topper on as well. We're going to do today the ornamental Christmas, okay? We're going to use these little dies. Love this. We're going to use the Holly Jolly dies. And we are going to have this for our November. This is part of our November, okay? I'm going to give you a little sneak peek on the cards. These came out really, really cute. Love these. And these are going to go with your sweet little wallet. Now, first, what we're going to do is you'll get two pieces of paper, cardstock, right? They're both 6 1/4. All right, so they're 6 1/4. This one is at 8 1/2. All right. You're going to score your first one at 6 1/4 times 8 1/2. You're going to score this at 4 and then 4 and 4 1/2. 4 and then 4 1/2. All right. The second one is going to be at 6 1/4 again, but 8 1/4, okay, for the length. And then you're going to score at 4 and 4 1/4. Okay. So then when you see the little bit of the folding, you're going to see how tiny this little guy is. And we've done this before because I've done this on another album. And we're just going to give you an idea of how thin that little binder area is, right? And then this one is your thicker one, okay? Now, that is just to give you an idea. This is where the lines are, and I hope you can see it. If you can't, then you can't. But, so, oh well, right? No, I'm just kidding. What I want to show you is when you're making this, okay, you're going to have, you can see it pretty good with this Misty Moonlight paper. Here's your thicker side right here. this is going to be your thinner side, and it'll come together in just a minute, but I'll leave this one open. So you've got this, and you want to put this like this, okay? Take your other one, all right, which is this little guy right here. And I've already put some tear tape on here. This guy right here is going to line up with the score line, and it's going to line up with this score line and then this score line, okay? And then we're going to have that wallet part, all right? So let's glue this. I'm also going to add, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add just a little bit of glue. And you might want to do just a little bit of Tombow or whatever you have. Just a little bit. Cardstock can handle it a lot better than DSP. So I'm just going to take these guys off here. Okay. And this is one of the more important ones. You really want to line this up between the two score lines, all right? And once you have that done, you'll feel so much better. So I'm just going to add just a little bit. I don't do as much liquid glue as some people do, just enough. Now, I'm going to line that up. There's my score line right here. And then this is my score line right here, okay? So I'm just going to line this up before I put it all the way down. And of course it's black on black, so, and that looks pretty perfect. Okay, perfect. So then I'll take my bone folder and I'll just give it a little fold. And then you've got right now, and you should be able to bend this, okay? If you went over that score line and couldn't bend it, you have to do it over again, okay? So here's your top for your wallet. Here is your bottom. And you can tell this is the smaller binder, right? And then this is your thicker. The reason you want the thicker one is when you fold this down, it's going to make a wallet. Now, you can do a wallet this way if you want. That means everything has to be going this way. I didn't do that. I could have. I wanted to do this way because if you do it this way, which you can do, your accordion's going to be kind of an odd way. So that's why you have to kind of think about every piece of paper here. Okay, so now the second part of this little program here is we're going to set this to the side. This is your accordion. You want two of these, all right? This is 4 by 11. Okay, so I've got one ready. And I am just going to score this with you, all right? So we're going to first score at 3. Okay, we're gonna, let me get up here so I can see it there. Move my trash. That would be nice. We're first gonna score at 3. 3. Then we're gonna score again at 6. And then we're gonna open this up and score one more time. And we're gonna score at 9. Okay. There we go. 4 by 11, score 3, 6, 9. All right. And that's all you have to do with that. Now, we're going to fold this. All right. Get your bone folder out. Get it a nice fold. Okay. Nice fold again. And then I'm going to show you which way to do this. Okay. This area right here, we're going to put some tear tape on, okay? And it's going to fold. Let's just double check to make sure I'm folding it correctly. When you're folding this and when you're gluing this down, you want the accordion to go out this way. All right, we have this nice and bone folded, okay? Now, there's a way to do this so that your area, this is the area we're going to glue down because we've got the tear tape, And this is the area that's going to flow out like this, okay? So when you look at this one, for instance, you see how this one flows out, all right? Flows out like that. So it makes this cute little folder right on this side, okay? It looks like a little lip, all right? So you know that is the side. Or you can just look on the bottom here, and you know that this one goes this way and it doesn't go this way. If it went this way, then it would come off the wrong way, okay? So this is, because I'm doing the left-hand side, I want it to flow out this way, okay? So I've got this one ready. We're going to bring this back in. Here is the bottom part of our wallet. Here's our top. And I'm going to figure out where I want this. It's going to be lined up between the two score lines. And then it's going to be able to go out like this, okay? Now, I'm going to put it just a little bit of glue, nothing much. Again, use whatever glue you've got. I just happen to have this handy. It actually was my mom's years ago, and it's still holding strong. Okay, so let me take these off. That would be good too, right? Just take your little tear tape off. This is so cute. You're going to just love this little wallet. Okay, there we go. All right, I think I'm just going to line it up like this, okay? Between the two score lines. When I know I like where it is, and it came out perfect, I'm just going to score this right down. Or I'm burnished, excuse me. And then burnish this some more. And you've got your first line up. Isn't that cute? Your first little accordion, right? Now here's your second accordion. Again, you're going to, and you can always look at this one. You go, okay, wait a minute. Am I going the right way? No. And you just want to make sure you're going the right way, you know, because you want it to open up and you want it to go, oh, like that, okay? So we're going to, again, put some tear tape on here. And I know it's really hard to see this because it's all black, but once this is together, you'll go, oh, this is so easy. Okay. See, here's the two, and they're on this side. So I usually just kind of take the edge of this, right? Can you see that? Just the edge between the two score lines, all right? So they line up really nice. Perfect. Okay. Bam. And I did them right. If it does it the other way, just make sure they both do it that way. That's all, you know. It's really easy to make the mistake. It doesn't take, but a second when you're doing this. You go, oh, I hope I did this right. And we did. Look at that. So see, I didn't need to use this too much, but you can see the accordion is really the game changer. It really is. So we have some really pretty paper here, and I have it already cut out. Got this one for the front. This one is in the inside, and there is a bigger one. Let me see. Here it is. So this little guy right here, we're going to cover up those two areas that we just put glue and tear tape on, right? So this is our DSP, and this is the one that's going to be the biggest one as far as cutting it, okay? And this is 3 7/8. It's an odd number times 6 1/8. 3 7/8 times 6 1/8, okay? So I think I'm going to put the fa la 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 right in here. See how that covers both of the areas. It won't impede on the bending. It's perfect, right? Perfect. That's what I like. Perfect is good. Okay. Now this one I will use some snail. Okay. Make sure your fa la 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 is correct. This is my wallet on the top, so I already know that I'm going the right way because this is directional paper, so we definitely want to make sure we're doing the right thing. Okay, got that. It's in between these two score. It's always in between the score lines. You can't miss out on that. Okay, and this one follows it very nicely. And it's black on black, so it's, you know, if you make a boo-boo, no one's going to see it. No one, no. Now, these are your inside to your, this is your outside of your wallet, okay? So your outside of your wallet, I do have this one here, and I have, these two are for my inside, and I have one more. Oh, here he is. This is going to be my outside because we're going to decorate this in a little bit, okay? But right now, this one goes right here, okay? I like that. I wanted this to be a little bit smaller for the outside and for here and for these two. And the reason is I want to have a border of the black. 6 1/16, but it's 3 3/4, okay? So takes care of your two fronts and your two insides, all right? So that makes it nice and simple, all right? So let's do this one here. And this paper is so pretty, this modern Christmas paper. If you're into black, white, and gold, that is the only color in this whole grouping. Makes it real simple. You know, you can splash a little red if you wanted to with ribbon or something like that. That would be pretty. Oh, wait, before we do this, you know what we have to do? Oh, I'm so glad I caught myself. We have to put down, oh, I'm so glad. We're going to put that away. See? Even the pros can almost mess up. All right, that would have been a nice blooper. We do not want to put anything on here until we have our what? Our ribbon. It's just, oh, Karen, you would have had to do it all over again. That was a good save. I'm going to put that little one right over there because it already has snail on it. It already has glue on it. But this little guy here, I can definitely put on. Okay, and then this one here, I'll put here. Oh, yeah, very pretty. It's good to see our bloopers, you know? You know, it just is. You never know. Oh, that was a good save, Karen. Good job. All right, so again, this is 6 1/16 times 3 3/4, okay? And this is pretty paper, really pretty. See how it's gonna fold? So you definitely wanna make sure this is directional. I'm not using this side, okay? I'm using this side. So, just make sure if you're using directional paper, whatever paper you use. Obviously, I use the Peaceful Days on that one. This one here, I am just, again, here's that score line, all right? Don't go below. It'll bend. You don't want that at all. So we're just going to line that up between the score line and, of course, the edge of the paper. And that is a beauty. Isn't that pretty? Very pretty inside, isn't it? Oh, it shines. It's so pretty. Ooh. Now, we still have the outside to do. I haven't forgotten that. But we have all of these papers here that I've already cut, all right? And they go for our accordion, right? And the other thing you want to remember is a couple things. You don't want to use 6x6 paper because if you have 6x6 DSP, you're going to be short. And the reason is that's why we have the 6 1/8 and the 6 1/16 and all that, because we're going to have that little area here where it has a little bit of a lip, so it doesn't, these two don't connect, all right? We want to have it so it's free, so it can be an accordion, all right? So that's another thing to remember. You just can't use regular 6x6 paper. Get that 12x12 paper out. All right, now, these are, there's about 12, there's 12. 3 on each side, 6 total on each side. 3, 3, 3, and 3. So you want to cut some paper and you want to cut some regular cardstock, okay? And then to decide, you know, which one do you want to put on here? I like to make sure that maybe I want to put a saying here like I did on this one here. I did a cute little guy here. And then, of course, you can put a 6x4 picture here, okay? And you could put journaling here, etc., right? Just really nice to have something to, you know, write on here. I'm going to probably use something here, so I'm going to think about that for just a minute. And then this little guy looks pretty good there, don't you think? I think so. And I might keep him open for a minute, right? But I do like this one. And I always cut extra because it's just easy to do. Once you start cutting these, you know, you go, oh, wait a minute, let's just cut all of these. These are 3 3/4 times 2 3/4. Easy, because these are 3x4. Okay, so you already know that, you know the drill, right? And the drill is simple. It's simple. So let's put some of these on here and see how it looks. All right. I'm loving that. And then you can go inside here first. Okay. This is your outside. But I like to do them so they match. And you don't have to do it that way. You can do whatever way you want. So I might just still keep this little guy for the front on my left side. But let's do, see, look at this. Oh, I forgot about this one. This one might be good here too. See? Cute. Love it. That's why okay, I love it. I might do this one here and then do this one here. Okay. Just nice to break up the gold so it's not all gold. And also, when you're cutting these at 2 3/4 times 3 3/4, mix and match these, okay? And use your leftover cardstock, or DSP, excuse me. Use your leftover DSP, okay? You'll have plenty of it, okay? So I'm putting these on the same side, which I love. That looks great. And let's see. Oh my goodness gracious, I've got some pretty stuff today. And I'm going to use this one as basic white, but I might put this little guy right here instead. And put this little guy right, well, you know, I just love this guy. I just love it. It gets really exciting because you go, oh, wait a minute, I kind of like that. So again, these are easy to cut. It takes maybe less than 5 minutes to cut all of these up, you know, all different designs. And I do have some, I think I've got my cardstock cut. Yeah, it's right here. I'm going to do one cardstock right there. And I also, before I put that down, let's put some extra leftover paper like right on here, right? Oh, that's perfect. It fits perfectly. Oh, I don't even have to glue it down first. I'll just do it. I'll put that on there, and then I'll just, if you've got leftover and you want to decorate more, you go for it, right? Look at that. Look how pretty that looks. Look how pretty that looks. Look at that. Oh, and of course, I know I'm leaving that or this one for the front. So these two are kind of on standby. I have standby. Ah! So what did I do here? Oh, yeah. Okay, well, I could still use you. Put you over here. Yeah, I can always, because I've got more paper, I can cut more, right? It's not like this is the only one I have left. That would be bad. Okay, I've got that little guy. Oh, he's looking really sharp, isn't he? Look at that. Look how pretty they look. Oh, my goodness. And then I can leave that open for just a second. And then don't forget, you've got this cute side, right? So I might just do this one here. I'm going to leave that one open again, just because I may put some basic white there, but it's good to leave this one open because you can decorate with maybe some gold ornaments. So you don't feel like you have to fill everything up, but if you've got it cut, go for it, right? So I'm going to leave that one open for a second, and I'm going to leave that one open because we can put something there like some basic white like I did over here, right? Just gives you some different ideas of how to fill your wallet up, right? Now, I'm still liking this one here. Probably because it looks so formal. It looks, you know, this is different kind of paper than using the Peaceful Days. The Peaceful Days, I did this style where I did have a little, you know, kind of a nice little saying right there. But that came out really darling too. I mean, oh, so cute. And there's so many pretty dies to use, you know, you have to remember that. There's so many pretty dies that you can use. I'm thinking, okay, I think I'm going to do this. Yeah, I knew it. So original. Okay, let's do it. Let's go for it. All right. And I know it's black on black on black, and if you can't see it, you give yourself a few seconds. If you have to take it off, it comes off pretty easy. Look at that. I'm just showing you for an example. And if you can't see it as well, go and do it horizontal or landscape, see? And it comes up just a lot easier, and you can see it a lot better. So I just want to show you for an example. And then take that few minutes and burnish that. Okay. That is darling. Oh my gosh. We've got a lot of the inside done. Okay, except for decorating, of course. But look, and we're keeping that open. And I'm going to tell you why. I've got some cute ornaments that we could just stick in here, right? So, you know, you don't want to waste that, right? Now, isn't this cute? I just love this. I think it's darling. So I'm going to take a few minutes here and we're going to decorate the front. But before that, we definitely want to get some ribbon on here. I am going to get that ribbon for us and I'll be right back. Okay. We have the ribbon ready at about 30 inches. Okay. And then it's in half. So you want to make sure that they're equal. All right. You want to, when you're measuring this, okay, just measure it right down the middle. Put a little bit of glue right down the middle so it kind of holds that ribbon. So if you're not ready to decorate the front, at least you remember that this ribbon has got to be on here so it won't, you won't forget. All right. I usually don't do that just because my ribbon's in the way, but it's a great way to do it if you're going to forget. Now, there's two different ribbons you can use. You can use the gold striped, which is just as pretty. I've used this with this black and white paper. The other one is just plain old white with a nice little trim. It's got a little bit of rhinestoney kind of look to it, right? Well, silver and gold go together. I mean, look at my watch. So, I'm going to use the white this time, and I think it looks darling. Now, I've got my paper cut, right? And this one is already glued because we had gotten it glued before. Just going to put a little bit more. And remember, we cut these a little bit smaller than we did that big one, right? And this one is 3 3/4 and 6 1/16. All right. The reason is I want to be able to have a nice little border for my front and my back and the inside, right? And that looks perfect. Perfect. Okay. Love it. Love it. Now, since we have that one on there, let's do this little guy. Okay. Now he doesn't have to get this glued because he's an insider. But he does need something. He does need to be dressed up. So I'm going to do the same. What I like about this is I like to make sure it looks more unified. Okay. So you don't have to do that if you don't want to, but it looks so pretty. And I'm just going to, there we go. There we go. Perfect. And then take a minute to burnish that so it just kind of really stays on there, okay? All right, now when you'll notice my colors are going to be this one here for the inside, or the outside. This one's the inside. It doesn't get any ribbon. This is your gold and gold. And then, of course, these guys are going to be pretty much unified, okay? And then, of course, if you don't want to do that, you don't have to, right? You don't have to, boo-boo, if you don't want to. Don't do it, boo-boo. Now, the last one is this one right here, because we have to cover this little guy. He is the back. All right. So you see your front. You've got your insides. And now you just have your back. You really want to make sure you're not using, or if you're using directional, make sure you've got it correct. Now, on this backing here, on this one, it wasn't directional, so I didn't have to worry. Okay. Now I've got this one here. It can go any way, and this is the back, so I'm not going to be all crazy and put this one on here. I'd rather just put this nice little simple black and white on here. So again, this is 3 3/4, all right, and 6 1/16. All right, there we go. And see, the white really does look nice with the white on white paper as well. So it just depends on what kind of ribbon you would like to use. But now you have a cute wallet, and now you just need to decorate, right? So we've got this little guy here. This is our front. Here's our inside. Here's the inside here that match. And then, of course, our accordion, all right? And then here's our back. And you can tell it's the back because it's different than all the other paper. That's another reason I do matchy here, different one inside here, and then match here, and then match here, and then different here. Look how cute this is on the front. I think it looks darling. I've had some time to play around with it. Obviously, it looks like a little wrapping paper, right? And with the branching out dies, and that'll be darling. And then you open it up, and look how pretty that is. Look at the gold. It just pops, doesn't it? And I think I'll put just something cute on the top of this Christmas tree. Why not? And then you're going to have some sentiments, probably a page worth of sentiments, because you won't need a lot. And then, OMG, look at this. Look how pretty that is. What a great gift to give to somebody, to put pictures in. A 4x6 can go here, or a smaller one if you like, with a little bit of a sentiment to a little bit of a journaling. You can journal here. You can also journal over here. Isn't that darling on that side? Oh my gosh, that's so cute. And then over here on this side, oh, it's darling. So you'll have the branching out, and then you can have any kind of paper you want, the 3/4 of an inch, and then, just measure it up to the same paper length, and that is gorgeous. And then you'll have some of these already done for you, and you can just put them where you like. And then, of course, you can put any kind of DSP that you would like in here. I think it's going to be darling. And you can either sell these at craft fairs if you like, or keep this for yourself and then make one for a friend or a family member, because it's just as darling as can be. And I love these. They really are sweet little gifts to give to somebody as a stocking stuffer. And they're just so stylish. It's so elegant. It really is. And then, of course, you'll have 4 cards to go with this. I mean, it's darling. I just love this whole set, and I think you will too. And then when you start doing this, you're going to go, oh my gosh, I'm in love. All right. Well, happy crafting. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.